I guess I need to get this started. I need to find my words. My words, though. I need to find them. I need them to come to me. Come to me, my words. I could use your assistance. I don't even. I'm gonna say I forgot how I introduced myself. Goodness gracious. Everything except you did that. Freaking tooth. It's so noticeable. Oh my goodness. Hello, you beautiful people. David here, or Cincinnati Yeti, or Yeti, whichever you prefer. And I've got a little bit of a different video for you today. But since this channel is kind of my art journey, that means like all my art is part of this journey, even art that other people may not necessarily like. So I have a disclaimer. And yeah, I guess I should just get started with the disclaimer. So this art video is political. And if you do not want to see a political video, that's fine. I'm giving you your warning. I will see you next week when I don't have a political video. But this one is political. So yeah. So what do I mean by this video is going to be political? Well, I'm making political art. And I've kind of been making political art since I was a teenager. So it's just not something I've posted in long form content yet. I'm a little nervous about this, but that's why I'm giving the disclaimer. Just to let you guys know, because at the end of the day, this is my channel. I'm not going to harbor any kind of discourse or name calling or anything like that in my comments. You're not going to change my mind. And obviously, I'm probably not going to change your mind if you think something different. So I'm not going to entertain it in my comments. As some other YouTubers say, like, my comment section is a privilege and I will be nice to you as long as you're nice to me and everybody else in my comments. The second you're not, you're bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. This is my opinion. It is a political art piece, but I think it's an important one. I know there's a lot of you that feel kind of scared about the political climate that's going on right now. You don't like it. And sometimes seeing other people express their dissatisfaction with something that's going on can help you feel a little bit better and not as alone. And that's the whole purpose of this. This is my art journey. So like, you can either appreciate the art and me exercising my rights, or I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I guess I should just kind of jump into it. So I need a box. So we're gonna go get a box. My garage is a mess, so I can't show you the whole thing. But that one should work. Okay, now that I have a box, I need to get my workspace ready. And I can't just use this whole box, I only need the backing. And yep, that's all we need. Just this part right here. So now we're gonna get started. And I am going to be painting this. This is going to be a legitimate work of art. I know it's a protest sign, if you haven't guessed that by now. But yeah, this is a protest sign. And I'm going to be painting it. So I'm going to be starting with my base layer, that kind of thing. I'm going to have an all black background. And if you've ever painted on cardboard before, it does not like paint. It does not like paint. It does not like moisture. It just sucks it right up. So the paint doesn't seem to go as far as it would normally, like if it was on canvas. And it's not like I could soak the cardboard beforehand, because then you're going to get mushy cardboard. That's not fun either. So I got to get a really good, like, solid acrylic layer down using a little bit of water just to try to, like, kind of help spread it out a little bit more. I don't want to have to use an entire tube of black paint. So got the base layer down. Like, that's where we're going to be starting with this base layer. If you were wondering, like, why am I doing a protest sign? Well, I've been doing protests since 2006. It's just kind of something I've been doing. I protested back then for marriage equality because it was not legal. And if you aren't aware, I am gay. Hi, hello. I am a gay man. I am gay married. I have a husband. And yeah, I protested for that. That was like me trying to work towards a future I wanted to live in and be able to live in a way that makes me happy, where I'm not hurting anybody. So yes, I was protesting for that. I've protested ever since. I've done different protests throughout my life, and I'm not going to stop anytime soon. And since this is my art channel, and it is art that I am creating, I'm gonna showcase it here. I hope you all can just understand that. That's where I'm going with this. Anyway, going back into this protest sign. So I had to put it in the spotlight. Like, I did it in my last protest sign. I might show you guys. Anyways, I did put in a spotlight. I'm wanting to highlight like a specific feeling in this. And the vibe that I'm going for is kind of like that interrogation light, where the good cop, bad cop's holding the light over somebody and they're asking him a whole bunch of questions. And the perp feels lonely, scared, isolated. Like, that's the vibe I'm going for. And within this isolated little spotlight, I'm putting in a golden toilet. Because if you're not aware, Trump has said, like, I've known this since I was a little kid. He has golden toilets. That's like his thing, our golden toilets. The golden porcelain. I wanted to include that because, you know, this guy thinks he's a king. I'm going to put in his favorite throne. It's his favorite, you guys. Yeah. Yay. So I'm putting in this golden toilet. And I at first was going more with like a standard toilet. I was using a regular toilet as a reference, and I was just kind of like doing gold and thought that would work, but it doesn't really look right gold. And I kind of looked up more luxury toilets and I'm like, oh, they're so fancy, they're so aerodynamic. I don't know why a toilet needs to be aerodynamic. Is it gonna go flying through the air? I don't know. If you're dropping $10,000 for a toilet, it better be able to fly or drive or something. So I do end up going more with like that luxury toilet look, giving it like hiding the back piping in the toilet that's seen on like standard toilets within the US. That's all hidden. All that piping is just like, it's flush, it's sharp, it's clean, it's crisp, it's fashionable. So that's what I'm going with now. And adding some more of the gold, trying to like keep its shape recognizable without adding too many details into this, because at the end of the day, it's just a toilet. And some of these toilets I've seen, like the designs and stuff on them, I'm just like, okay, all that little inlay with the grout and everything, that is gonna be a pain in the butt to clean. Who's got the time for this? Oh, well, the people who are gonna be dropping 10 grand on a toilet have cleaners for it. So like, yeah, anyways, getting back into this toilet. Now, you've seen it before, you're gonna see it again. I do the whole thing because like, for me, it makes my brain happy to know like the entire toilet is there. All of the little details are there. And it also helps like when I'm putting this man on the toilet, like I know where each cheek is going to go on this toilet seat, and from there I know where to make his legs go to make it look a little bit more realistic, where the torso is going to go to make it look a little bit more realistic. And yeah, that's why I do like the whole picture, the whole background. It also, again, as you've heard me say before, it makes my ADHD brain very happy to know that it is in there. I know it looks a little scary. Do not worry. If you can't tell who I'm painting, I am painting Trump. I am exercising my rights. My freedom of speech includes my artistic liberties. I am going to paint Trump into this. Do not worry though, do not worry. He is not going to stay naked. It's just the base layer, like mapping out where everything is going to sit and know where I'm going to be putting other things. So now that we got like that done, I gave him his pasty white legs, because you know this man has got some pasty white legs. Just, you know it. You know it. There's no hiding it. This man's got pasty white legs. And the diaper. Everybody's aware he also wears diapers. If you're not aware, I mean, like, it wasn't very long ago, like last year, where all of the MAGA people were going to his rallies wearing diapers in solidarity with Trump because he likes to wear diapers. I actually don't know if he likes to wear diapers. I don't know if it's a lazy thing. I don't know if it's a medical issue. All I do know about this is I feel really bad for the White House employee who has to change and clean him. I'm sending you strength. I don't even care if you do support this man. Like, I'm sorry. That is just, with the amount of McDonald's this man eats, I'm so sorry. But like I said, he's not going to stay naked. Now he's got his jacket on, at least like blocked out the color. of where his jacket's gonna be. And I'm just trying to like map out the different things. I had a little bit of a difficult time with this because I didn't exactly have a reference of Trump sitting on a toilet.
Sitting on the toilet! Sitting on the toilet! Sitting on the toilet! Sitting on the toilet!
Like, to be able to paint, I had to create one. But no, I did not like take a picture of me sitting on the toilet texting. No, I took a bunch of different pictures of like a toilet, just a toilet, of a man with his pants down around his ankles, a bigger man sitting down, somebody's arms as they're texting and what they look like, and then, you know, a profile picture of Trump just like from the side looking down-ish kind of thing, and just mashing them all together. Because, we're on the internet. I don't know if you have used Google before, but there are some things you just do not put into your search bar. I don't want that in my history. I don't want that in my nightmares. I am not going to look up fat man sitting on the toilet texting. I don't know what's going to come up with that. All I do know is I don't necessarily want to see what's going to come up with that. I don't want to imagine what's going to come up with that. I'm just going to kind of mash some references together to create something new. And that's okay. We are allowed to be scared of some things. I don't want to see what Google's going to throw at me looking up fat man on the toilet texting. So anyway, I'm cleaning up some stuff around there. Like, I realized his feet were too big right here. I got the orangeness of his face down, like blocked out. I'm gonna go back to it just to add in the detail work because I want it to look, you know, realistic. I'm gonna, you know, I'm going to do my due diligence to honor every little aspect of this man's look. All of it, every little freckle, I want to like make sure that this is as accurate as I can be. No confusion of who this is, right? So yeah, we're getting the shadows down because like I said, I want this to feel lonely and secluded, isolated. Those are the emotions I want to put in this. So like that spotlight coming down, that harsh spotlight just sitting on him and casting this shadow. I kind of felt like the shadow really helped with that. This is not a light from God, by the way. This is not a light from heaven. This is an interrogation light emphasizing that this man likes to sit on the toilet and tweet the most reactionary stuff. I'm going to try to not cuss in this. I'm going to highlight that. Those 3 a.m. tweets or truths or whatever he's doing, reacting to AI images and to faux news, because yeah, that's what this guy is all about. So now that I kind of got his face all colored in orange, I'm going to start adding in some of the texture of his face. And my good word, I had to stare at this man's face so much longer than I wanted to. If I never paint him again, it will be too soon. Let me tell you that. But as you can see, like in my little reference that I got right there, you know, see it? Yeah. This man has got so many colors in his face. He's got like a cacophony of different shades of cheese for skin. And I'm going to capture that. So I'm like the oranges, the pinks, the whites. I don't know what cheese is pink. It shouldn't be pink. If it is pink, don't eat it. But like the whites, these yellows, these pinks, these oranges, I want to kind of exaggerate the saturation a little bit on this, just to kind of like emphasize the cheesiness of it all. So I'm having a little bit of too much fun with these colors, let me just tell you. But I'm getting like all that skin texture in, just making it feel as close to Trump as possible. You know, I don't want to insult him. He goes out of his way to make his skin look like this. I'm going to portray him the way he wants to be seen. And who am I to judge somebody if they want to look like Cheeto cheese dust? More power to you, you know, but not the shade I would go for. I tend to stay with my pasty whiteness, or when I go out into the sun, pink and red, but I digress. I'm going on a tangent. Now, after I did his hair and starting to put in this little yellow hair, this part, like his face, like is haunting. I don't know any other way to say it. There's something so haunting about this. Like, you could tell it's Trump, but something looks off. Something looks demonic. Something looks like it's gonna come out from underneath your bed and grab you by your feet and drag you into the underworld. I didn't like that. Although, I will say, like, I was following the picture, and if you look at his picture, like, this man's got no lips. No lips at all. And in this picture I'm following, there was like a highlight, and I was trying to paint the highlight on it. I feel like I just made him look like he does Breaking Bad stuff. He's probably familiar with these kinds of things, but that's not the vibe I'm going for. The vibe I'm going for is just sad, lonely, isolated, wearing a diaper while sitting on the toilet kind of thing. Because I'm not saying, like, I know for certain. This is all allegedly. This is just my opinion. Putting, like, things together, clues to kind of guess how this man lives his life. But they're just my opinion. Me exercising my freedom of speech. Art is speech. Art is communication. Art is me putting into the universe how I feel about something, which is protected. It is my right. If you're not happy with this, I apologize. Why are you more than halfway through my video if you're not happy with this?
Then why are you here?
Secondly, like, a normal video will be next week. Don't you worry. I'm going to be doing my regular art. This hopefully isn't an everyday occurrence. I know it won't be an everyday occurrence, but, like, I really would prefer not to make political art. Just putting that out there. I would rather not make political art. I would rather people have the opportunity to live their lives in a way that makes them happy, as long as they are not hurting anybody. I don't care if they want to immigrate to another country to try to make for a better life. If they're able to get into that other country, if they're able to contribute to that society, if they are able to, you know, live their lives without hurting other people, I do not care. I support that. I want that for this world. We are nomadic creatures to begin with. They should be allowed to do that. But anyways, I digress.
I said breathe in, breathe out. I'm not gonna scream and shout.
Going back into this, I had to make his hands. He is texting. I was a little worried about his hands, the way that they were going to come out, to tell you the truth. Like, I know people say he has tiny hands, but, like, does he actually have tiny hands? I've never seen Trump in person, so not that I ever want to see Trump in person. I don't know if he actually has small hands. I'm trying to, like, look at different pictures of him based off of those pictures, looking at his hand compared to his face size. And then, like, if I see him on a phone, which there's not a lot of pictures of him on a phone, which I'm really surprised with, because this man is always on his phone. I'm trying to find, like, those pictures and kind of base it on that. And, like, I guess maybe he could have small hands. I don't know on this one. I think it's more like somebody said something because a picture may have made it look like he had small hands because he was wearing a really big jacket or something and got super self-conscious about that. And because he got super self-conscious about it, like, people ran with it. And that's my guess. I don't know. All I do know is, like, his hands and his face are the only things orange. I want it to, like, stay true to my source material, you know? Like, I want to represent him accurately. So, like, we got his hands orange, we have his face orange. Good for him. Those are the colors he chooses, apparently. That's the color he likes. I will say, like, it contrasts his blue suit very well. So, like, at least he's color coordinating. Maybe he just likes wearing blue suits, so he goes with the orange skin because he knows it's going to look good together. All right, Trump, I guess you know your color theory. So we're going to go back into, like, his legs. And this man eats so much McDonald's. We can't lie to ourselves. You know he's got body acne. There's no way in hell he does not have body acne with how much freaking McDonald's he eats. So I'm gonna include a little bit of body acne. You know, he's probably got him on those thighs, like, and he's older, so, like, some varicose veins, some splotchiness like that, just to kind of add more to, like, the realism, the liveliness of this, make him look alive while he is texting. And gotta get a little text bubble. Share one of his brilliant quotes. Like, you know, he took the time to type this out and put it out into the universe. Let's go ahead and add that onto my sign. And I'm going to place the letters down. I'm not being super careful with the letter placement on this. Like, I'm not grabbing a ruler and lining it all up. It's a piece of cardboard. And it'll probably end up eventually getting destroyed. I don't know. Maybe I'll donate it to my local art museum. Just, like, for the protest for Reno history kind of thing. I don't know. But we're going to put that on there. And my little slogan with this, with having Trump on the toilet, is impeach and dump the toilet tyrant. We all know that his best tweets or truths or whatever come out during his 3-hour morning ritual on the toilet. So yeah, like, that's my slogan for this sign. I'm quite happy with it, and if you were wondering, the tweet I decided to go with, well, here we go. If you cannot read, it says, "Nobody's ever done a better job than I'm doing as president." Doing the hand motions, if you can't see me, because you can't see me. Yeah, I never claimed to be able to do a Trump impression, but yeah, there we go. So this is my sign, and now that I have made my protest sign, I guess gotta use it. So
I am not gonna lie to you, it was hot at the protest. We were in the 90-degree Fahrenheit range, 35-degree Celsius range, so it was hot. There was no shade, but I'm so glad I went. This was one of the largest protests I've ever been to in person. I don't exactly live in such a huge city, so it was a really cool experience. My husband went with me. We were both there together. The crowd was just phenomenal. And we were peaceful. So, we were peaceful. Anyway, I know you're all wanting to see the finished result. So there you go, look at that. Impeach and dump the toilet tyrant. I'm very happy with the sign. Just as happy with my old sign. And I know I showed it to you, but like, I have it right here, so like, let's eat cake. I freaking love this. Still really proud of this sign as well. Like, so yeah. My protest signs. You guys now got to see some of these. It is part of my art journey. I do use my artistic talents to create protest signs. Maybe if I can get them cleaned up, I can release them for like prints, so you guys can also use them as protest signs if you go to any protests. But anyway, yeah, I'm happy with it. I hope you at least enjoyed this. I did try to make it a little bit funny, even though I know some people don't like being like, heaven forbid you say anything about their savior, the president. Anyway, like, I hope you can at least find some of the humor that was in this. I hope I made you laugh. And, you know, for some of you, hopefully some of you don't feel so alone anymore. I feel something important. We should be speaking out against it. You know, everybody's human, and everybody has a right to this world, the same right as everybody else. So that's my belief. I hope that it resonates with you as well. And yeah, while you're out there, please be safe. Don't get lost, don't get stolen. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye, you beautiful people.